So just wanted your thoughts on today's loss.
I think it brings us back down to earth after winning last week. I mean, we were not fooled. We didn't play very well last week either. I think actually we played better today than we did last week, especially second half. I thought we had we often puffed and had a bit of a go, but ultimately we were found wanting. Some bad defensive decisions. I thought the first and the second goals were poor decision making from us in real key areas, and they punished us. And the third one was terrible. What we did before we go out, we're all very organised, so everybody knows their role, who they're marking, who's in a wall, and I've got my striker who's got to defend. He found himself in the wall, which wasn't what the instruction was, and his man scores the goal for the third. And I think at 2-1 you've got a real good chance. I mean, we've dominated the last 30 minutes, but it's easy when you're 3-1 down. But key decisions like that will just kill us. So especially in a league where you get punished for mistakes. It was disappointing. It's all round. We lost at home, first defeat of the season, and we deserve to get beat. And it's quite tough to take, to be honest.
Just wanted a squad update as such, if you could. Any injuries? And a few have gone out on dual edge, and we obviously brought in Alex today.
So we brought in Alex on a dual edge from Russia. I think it's clear everybody's seen through pre-season and last week and today we've really struggled for any kind of physical presence up top. So Alex will give us that. We'll get him. He'll get plenty of game time. We've then had Carl Belmonte's gone out on dual reg with Worcester City. We've had Jensen Cooper has gone out to Walsall Wood to get some game time that both boys have played today. Callum Flanagan's still probably maybe 3 or 4 weeks away, but he's back in with the group now, so he's going to go out and get some game time, which we really need. Is know-how back, because defensively what you've got 3 out of the back 4 at 19, 20 years of age, and it's too young. It's too young, and I think opposition teams are playing on that fact. I think that we've also got Lucas Yeomans. We thought he was going to be back in the squad, but he's just took a bit of a backward step in terms of his injury, so he's going to be another maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Although we have got a few boys out on dual reg, there are a few a couple of injuries, there's a couple of niggles, so we're going to have a catch up with the physio tonight and tomorrow to see where we're at for Monday, because it's such a quick turnaround into a big game against Stamford.
As you mentioned, a quick turnaround, good and bad I suppose, leaves you with an opportunity to dust yourself down and forget about this result. What would you be hoping to see against Telford that you maybe didn't see today?
I think, look, it's clear that physically we're not strong enough. You saw that today. We don't win enough first and second balls. And look, when you're a manager, you've got to take responsibility because you do the recruitment. But we're losing battles at the minute, and we've been a bit powder puff in all areas of the pitch, and we've got to be better than that. When you sign players in the summer, everybody talks a great game and they're going to bring this and bring that. But the proof of the pudding is we've had pre-season and we've had two league games, and I'm not really seeing that from certain individuals. So there'll naturally be 3 or 4 changes for Monday. We need to freshen up a little bit, but they need to be better. The decisions making has got to be better, especially defensively. We can't concede 3 goals at home and expect to get results. Telford will come here. I know they've got beat today, but look, Telford are, with the resources that they've got and the squad, they've got a very good manager. They're going to be favourites to win the league, to be honest, and that there will be, with that, there are pressures to, they'll be fully expecting to come here and beat us. But I'm hoping that we see a reaction. We have always seen that from my teams after a defeat. There's normally been a positive reaction, and people know, even though it's early days, people are playing for their places and playing, to stay in the group, because we've got to get better. We know, we've said it a while back, that we're we're probably, you know, 2 or 3 players short, and everybody can see that. So we're working really hard on the outside to try and get the right people in the building, to give some of the younger players help, because they clearly need some help. But you've got to stay positive. You know, we won last week when we probably shouldn't have. So we got that safety net of points on the board. So Monday's a real big game against a team that a lot of people will fancy to win the league and at worst playoffs. So it'll be a tough game, but I think that, you know, after getting beat, the emotions are always a little bit raw. So we go back, take stock, watch the game back, and again give the boys that information to hopefully come in Monday, dust themselves down, be positive, and go out and get a positive result against a very good team.
Just wondered if you had any early news on Reece, who went off in the first half.
There was no one around him. He's just turned his ankle on the surface, so I would expect him to be missing for about 2 or 3 weeks with an ankle injury. So, you know, again, that's a tough one. But we've got people that can come in and play. We've got a relatively decent side squad, and we've got the boys that are out on dual reg as well. So we'll have a look and go from there.